Okay, it's Friday the 13th and I have a collective oracle read. Stick around if you want to. There are no hashtags. If you need to pause and ask your intuition if this message is for you, please do so. But just stay, because you know, these cards that I pull, they're talking points about telling my story or just sharing ideas that come to me. And they're not magical. You know what's magical? I'm magical. You're magical. Our energy is magical, not the cards. They're just tools. It's your energy. So stay, because I feel like this message is for you. Like, look at this magical cat that just sits on my shoulder. His name's Rumi. Okay, these do definitely look like magical cards. And the way that they fall out when I shuffle, it does seem very magical because, again, everything ties together to my day, to my morning. And it's hard to explain that to you because it's a personal thing, but I can get a general message out to you and motivate you to be aligned so that you're in flow as well, which is the whole theme of today. Today is talking about spiritual awakenings and how it's such a personal experience. This usually a spiritual awakening, and this isn't for everyone because obviously everyone has different experiences. But personally, my spiritual awakening started with something with what you would call a rock bottom. I was going through a divorce and a custody battle, and I asked for help from whatever, God, whatever, I don't know. I wasn't necessarily religious. I always was skeptical of religion, but I did believe in love and I believed in a creator, but that's where mine happened. I asked for help, and that's when things, sign synchronicity started to kick in. So usually the journey, it's so personal because you're starting from, you're on your own. And this card, the next card that you got is the Sacred Journey. It's a journey that you take on your own, okay? You take it on your own, and it's so magical when you're able to be present in it. And it's really hard not to want to shout off the rooftop what you're experiencing. But when you're shouting off the rooftop, it's hard to explain because it's one of those things that's like, you have to be there, right? You have to be there because everything, it's like dominoes. There's little pieces that added up to the magic, and that's what life is, right? But you experience it on a different level when you're going through a spiritual awakening. So first card, you find out there's something that you need to heal. There's something you have to go through. You decide to take the sacred journey, okay? And that means that on that sacred journey, you are going to be learning things. I just deep dived into everything that interested me. I became so in love with learning about spirituality, learning about the beginnings of all these different religions and seeing the correlation between them and how they're all similar and how you can find truth in anything. There's many pathways to the truth, and my team, my spirit guides, myself, my higher self, that I learned that through following my passions and my interests, and I miraculously had time to do so. So that was part of my journey. By doing that, I was able, this is the Tree of Souls, the third card in the last card, I was able to tap into a collective wisdom. It says Tree of Souls, collective wisdom, kinship, group, library, tapping into the library of knowledge that we all have access to within ourselves. Imagine this in your heart, just spreading open and just, ooh, I can't even put into words the feeling that my heart feels when I just imagine that. But as you do that, you unlock more truths within yourself that goes to that collective library, okay? Because it's again that law of oneness. We're all connected. Even though we can't see it, we're all connected. So when you're healing and you're shedding off the trauma and the perception of others that have been projected onto you, untruths that have been projected onto you, and you actually find your truth, you're adding that truth to this collective library and you become a messenger. You don't have to be making TikToks. You don't have to be out screaming at the top of your lungs what you're going through. You just have to be unlocking your hidden truths and seeing yourself for who you are. Now, if you have a really cool story, you should share it because it's inspiring and it's great to inspire others. But you also don't want to push your beliefs because there are many pathways to the truth, and that's because everyone has different experiences and different perspectives. Which of course brings me back to good old Vernon right here, the mystic path to cosmic power. The mystic path is a personal experience, not a mere discussion of ideas. Who wants to hear a description of a beautiful symphony when he can feel the music himself? And by the way, it's like a symphony. All these parts to it. When you're going through it, it's a beautiful orchestration and it's wild to experience. Back to the book. No one is convinced of anything until he inwardly perceives that it is true. We can read about a spiritual precept, talk and reflect about it, but the final proof is internal witness. Then we know. If everyone else on the face of earth disagreed, we would still stand securely upon the rock of inner illumination. So in the end, everyone's having their own inner awakening at some point, okay? And it's deeply personal. And if you have a really cool story, share it if you want. But either way, just know that by taking the time to take this journey, you help yourself and everyone in ways that you may not be able to physically see. But good job, friend, and have a great Friday. Go have fun, go dance, go live life. Have a good one.